TV. We're your local network.
Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Paula Degnan. Just because Pennsylvania relaxed a bit in 2018 concerning firework regulations doesn't mean that the city is. WYLN's Julia Wiegand explains.
With the 4th of July coming up tomorrow, Hazleton Mayor Jeff Cassett said he's been receiving calls from residents asking how the city intends to enforce its fireworks ordinance. Even though the state's gradually becoming more lax with some of its regulations, like making consumer-grade fireworks available to anyone 18 and older, Cassett said the city will continue to enforce its 1995 ordinance. Although he admits that it needs some updating, the ordinance bars Hazleton residents from selling, possessing, or discharging fireworks, firecrackers, torpedoes, caps, and other items that are intended for noise-making and pyrotechnic display. Results, however, depend on whether or not an officer witnesses a person lighting or igniting fireworks. Cassett has a tip for city residents reporting firework disturbances. Be specific. People reporting disturbances should do their best to give the most detailed location of a launch site, which will in turn put police in a better position to enforce local laws.
You talk about fireworks being at parties, there's usually alcohol served at parties, so really you're not allowed to utilize these fireworks when you're under the influence of alcohol or a controlled substance. Okay, so number one, be safe about it. Number two, you have to be out farther than 150 feet from an occupied structure, whether or not somebody's inside or not. You cannot light it within 150 feet. You cannot light fireworks within a vehicle or an occupied structure. Okay, you can't light them within, and you cannot light them towards a vehicle or an occupied structure. Again, safety. They're legal now. Have fun with them, but be safe.
We're definitely not in 1776 anymore, so stay smart and safe on our country's birthday weekend and leave the fireworks to the professionals. The forecast is calling for scattered thunderstorms throughout the weekend, so here's me, hoping that the dreary weather will hold up for my third favorite holiday. Reporting in Hazleton for WYLN News, I'm Julia Wiegand.
Thanks, Julia. Family of a missing Hazleton teen is asking for help from the police and the public in trying to locate their family member. 18-year-old Mesiel Siviero went missing around 4 o'clock Sunday afternoon. Police in Hazleton are currently attempting to locate her. If anyone has information on her whereabouts, they're asked to contact the Hazleton Police Department at 570-459-4940. Police caught up with a McAdoo man after he eluded them once in April and again late last month. McAdoo police first spotted 24-year-old Jordan Sierra riding an off-road motorcycle on Kennedy Drive April 9th. He took off down a road where a police cruiser couldn't follow him. Then on June 23rd, an officer saw Sierra riding the same bike. Police again attempted to stop him, but he fled again in an area that wasn't accessible to police vehicles. When officers went back to the station, they saw Sierra drive past in a vehicle with an expired inspection sticker. They followed him to West Sherman Street, where he refused to give officers his license and resisted arrest. He was charged with fleeing or eluding police and resisting arrest. He's currently free on bail. The fallout from the situation surrounding former Scranton Mayor Bill Courtwright resigning and facing federal charges could just beginning. Although Northeast Revenue Service LLC was not named in charging documents in the case, it fits the description of company number 1, who allegedly paid a bribe to Courtwright to keep a contract with the city. That came to the attention of Luzerne County government officials because they used the Plains Township-based company to collect delinquent taxes and levy fees. In Scranton, they collected delinquent taxes as well. Luzerne County officials say the company has done a good job for them. The contract expires at the end of the year, and that's when government officials say they will revisit the question in the fall. We now know more about a crash that happened Monday night. State police responded to a vehicle that went up in flames on Interstate 81 North in Hazel Township. A Perry County man was found trapped inside a truck which was towing a utility trailer and rolled over into a tree in the center median. First responders were sent to mile marker 140.5 around 6 o'clock Monday evening. When crews arrived, they stabilized the vehicle and had to remove the roof in order to free 35-year-old Gary Davis of Marysville. Davis was taken to the Harwood Ball Field, where Hazelton firefighters set up a landing zone for a medical helicopter. He was then flown to Lehigh Valley Hospital Cedar Crest with severe burns and injuries, according to troopers. The city of Hazelton looking to fill positions in the police, code, and administrative departments. According to Mayor Jeff Cassett and Police Chief Jerry Speziale, positions opened in the police department and civil service testing will begin in August as officials look to fill at least 2 openings. The physical and written components of the civil service test will be administered August 3rd as the city looks to hire 2 police officers. The city also looking to fill part-time code enforcement officer positions and is advertising a grant-funded assistant to the Director of Administration position. Responsibilities for the assistant post include financial reporting, accounting oversight, and preparing financial reports for administrators and council members. Locust Lake State Park Beach closed today due to water resampling requirements. According to the Pennsylvania Department of Conservation and Natural Resources, the beach is closed to swimming and will be closed until acceptable water sample results are received. However, other activities at Locust Lake State Park, like hiking, camping, picnicking, and fishing, are all going on as usual. Coming up on WYLN News, snow days, as students now know them, could soon be no more. Plus, on this July 4th Eve, Hazelton is putting on the red, white, and blue, and we'll be taking you there. But first, let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. It's a muggy, sunny, chance of showers or thunderstorms, but no washouts kind of weather pattern with highs in the 80s. And that is summer. We'll be back.
Tri-County has been keeping your office up to speed since 1969. Everything your office needs: office supplies, personal and custom business forms, business cards, office furniture, new and used office equipment, copy, print, and scan solutions with wide format capabilities. Leasing is also available, free off-street parking, and free local delivery. Tri-County Business Machines, 117 East Broad Street in Hazelton, 570-459-0754. Family owned and operated since 1969.
S.J. Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600. Krugel's Georgetown Deli and Beer is more than just a great place to grab 6-packs to go. You can also enjoy great draft beer, including their exclusive Three Ornina milk stouts. Take it to go in a crowler, or mix and match bottles of your favorite craft beers. Or just cool down with one of their slushies. Check out the Georgetown Pub Fare menu, including their Flight and Bites with your choice of sauces and 5-ounce draft beers. Stop in and play Keno or other Pennsylvania lottery games. Don't forget to check out their website and Facebook for tasting events. Krugel's Georgetown Deli and Beer in Wilkes-Barre Township, right next to the Big Cow.
The annual Independence Day fireworks celebration is getting underway at Hazelton City View Park, and it's time to find out where our Gary Perna is and who he is with. He's live there with all the details. Gary?
Good evening, Paula. Yes, we are live up here at City View Park in Hazleton, where the annual Independence Day celebration has gotten underway. The gates opened here at 4 o'clock, and it will be going all the way through the night to the fireworks. Now, fireworks are supposed to go off about 9:45 tonight, but before then, we're going to take a look around, and we got food vendors set up. We got lots of food trucks. We have the touch of trucks, the fire department, DPW, the police are here, along with the Drop the Drug van, which is also a big thing. So if you have those to get rid of, perfect time to bring those up and get rid of them. The cellar dwellers are entertaining the crowds right now. They'll be on until 7. Then Cartoon will be coming up and performing up until about 9:30 tonight. Now, the mayor, just in time, coming over to talk with us. And Mayor, we just talked about all the great food. We got the great entertainment tonight. This is a great event for everyone to come out. And nice and sunny so far.
Perfect weather. Didn't sweat it at all this year. But we have a lot more food vendors and games for the kids this year. The entertainment started. Fireworks are set to go off at 9:45. National anthem at 9:30. So everything is off to a good start so far.
And this is a great time. So everyone, you're getting home from work now. You're watching us live at 5:30. Perfect time to get the kids, load them up, come up. We got entertainment, games, food, everything you want. Also, some BMX will be going on as well.
BMX race is going to be about to start. That'll go throughout the evening. The Bailey's Dog Park. If you want to an open house over there, see what that's all about. So all in all, a great event.
All right, so a lot going on. You want to be here. And, of course, if you can't make it out, you can pretty much see these fireworks from anywhere, which is great. So what time, about 9:45?
We're set for 9:45.
Okay, so all goes well. 9:45, the fireworks will be going off. The mayor and his team put a lot of hard work into this, got all the vendors up here. So come out and support the city. We have lots of food up here. The touch of trucks, as I said, the entertainment, the cellar dwellers are doing an amazing job. Cartoon a little later tonight. So, Mayor, all we have left to say is Happy 4th.
Happy 4th.
All right, Mayor, thanks so much, and thanks for having us up here. And again, everyone, come on up. We are here all night. Make sure you come up and support the City of the 4th of July celebration here at the City View Park in Hazleton. Fireworks are set for 9:45. We're live tonight in Hazleton. I'm Gary Perna. Paula, Happy 4th, and we're sending it back to you.
Thanks, Gary, and Happy 4th to you as well. And you didn't introduce us to the mayor's friend. The mayor had his little puppy there with him, enjoying the dog park. And we also want to remind you that there is free parking there as well. Plenty of free parking, handicapped accessible. And there is also special buses that are going to be running there. The last bus out of there tonight will be at 11 o'clock. So if you can, head up and enjoy all of the evening festivities. In other news today, an Allentown native and legend in the automobile industry passed away on Tuesday. Lee Iacocca, born in Allentown in 1924, began his life as the son of Italian immigrants. He started working at the Ford Motor Company in 1926 and was instrumental in the development of the Mustang. He became president of Ford in 1970. He was then credited with rescuing the Chrysler Company from bankruptcy in the 1980s after he became CEO in 1979. He's also behind the creation of the Chrysler minivan. Iacocca passed away yesterday from natural causes. He's survived by 2 daughters and great-grandchildren. He was 94. Republicans who control Pennsylvania's Senate are warning that they'll reassign the duties of Democratic Lieutenant Governor John Fetterman as the chamber's presiding officer if he defies the chamber's rules again. Republicans issued the 2-page letter publicly Tuesday. It comes 6 days after the chamber devolved into shouting, name-calling, and bare-knuckled procedural tactics all over a Republican bill to end a decades-old program that temporarily offers $200 a month to people deemed unable to work. Governor Wolf signing legislation that his office says clarifies the options for who schools can hire as armed security guards. Although the governor's administration says it bars districts from allowing teachers to be armed. The bill Wolf signed Tuesday also expands training requirements for armed school officers. It says schools can hire armed security guards on contract or employ a county sheriff or deputy sheriff. The governor's office says schools were already employing both. Students throughout the Commonwealth may soon be saying goodbye to the old-fashioned snow days. Governor Tom Wolf has signed legislation Tuesday that will allow flexible instruction days with students learning at home when schools have to be shut down. Schools can now use cyber snow days. The newly signed legislation requires school districts that use technology for the flexible instruction days to accommodate students who don't have access to the internet. The flexible instruction days will go toward the state's requirement of having around 180 instruction days during the school year. Speaking of students, some in the Hazleton area may soon be able to earn college credits. That's thanks to a proposed partnership with a local community college. Luzerne County Community College proposing the partnership with Can Do and the school district at last week's meeting. President of L-Tri-C, Thomas Leary, said that students could earn credits while they're working toward a degree or certificate. The program would focus on technical jobs and allow students to explore careers before they graduate from high school. According to Can Do Vice President Joseph Lettieri, it's a great opportunity for residents to find good, family-sustaining jobs right in their own backyard. Coming up on Park Place's News Choice, enjoy the summer with good advice this Wellness Wednesday on avoiding heat stroke. Plus, some tears of sorrow and tears of joy coming up. Stay with us.
Don't make the big box mistake. Shop local and save at Grand Central in Hazleton. Get better prices than the big box store on our huge selection of furniture, mattresses, appliances, and electronics at Grand Central in Hazleton and at the Laurel Mall.
For 4 generations, All-American Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram has been treating their customers like family. Stop in to get the lowest financing options and best service around. Whether you're in need of a Ram pickup or have an active family lifestyle or simply want to show off your fun, adventurous side, All-American Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram of Tamaqua has a wide variety of inventory to choose from. It's the 4th of July sales event. Shop the lot, shop the web for a new 2019 Jeep, Dodge, or Ram.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
Don't make the big box mistake. Shop local and save at Grand Central in Hazleton. Get better prices than the big box store on our huge selection of furniture, mattresses, appliances, and electronics at Grand Central in Hazleton and at the Laurel Mall.
Welcome to Wellness Wednesday here on WYLN, everyone. I'm Gary Perna. I'm joined with Dr. Andrew Miller, and today we're talking about heat illness and sunburn, and we're going to kind of dissect these piece by piece. So, Dr. Miller, first of all, heat-related illnesses. If summer ever gets here, okay, we're going to, and it's going to happen where it's going to be like 90 to 100 like for a week straight. But we see some very serious illnesses when we start to get those really hot, warm temperatures. Some key advice for everyone to kind of follow when we get those temperatures to kind of be smart about it, right?
Right, absolutely. I mean, I think that what we don't realize is how easy that this can happen, especially during a heat wave. You know, so if you have 3 consecutive days above 90 degrees, that's when we for sure will see a ton of patients come into the ER with these heat-related illnesses. But there's a wide range of heat-related illnesses, and so for especially in younger kids, we don't realize like how easy they can heat up compared to an adult. So you might be out there and your baby will have much more heat exposure, even though you're both in the same environment. Most of that's due to their skin and the way they process and their metabolic demands. And so, you know, what they can often start with is what we call heat rash, and they get like these little bumps, and it's related to the heat, and it's from the lotions and things that they wear. As far as treatment from that, what I always recommend is coolness. I mean, getting out of the heat is always primarily the treatment for this. And so get them into a cool place, you know, cool baths, and kind of remove any kind of ointments and things that they might get that. They can progress, heat-related illnesses then progresses to where we call heat syncope, where the child or the adult will actually collapse from the heat. And they wake up and they just pass out, okay? And so that's maybe a combination of they get dehydrated, the heat just gets to you, and then you can collapse. To where the most worrisome is where you get heat stroke. And then that's where you actually have stroke-like symptoms when you know, as exposed to the heat. And because of that, you can have some long-term effects. Not only after you get in and we can cool down and things like that, you can actually die from this. And so really, you know, paying attention to this, watching for warning symptoms. So if you get lightheaded or dizzy, making sure that you stay out of the heat when you can, making sure you're drinking fluids, you know, this is all very important.
And at this time of year when we start to get these warm temperatures, it doesn't necessarily need to be a very bright, sunny, shine day. It could be a little overcast, and you could be out in the yard doing something, kind of a prolonged period of time, and you don't realize it because, oh, it's not really all that sunny, it's a little overcast, but you can still get these symptoms.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think part of it is because, you know, you look at those tables where you get the hot weather and then you get humidity on top of it, and all that adds up, and so you get that exposure. And a lot of times, you know, when we have events, you know, we might try to cancel them based on if there's heat and high humidity, and so all that goes together, and so you can absolutely and not be aware of it until it's too late.
So really important, if you're going to be doing any kind of work outside or walking outside, hiking, make sure you have plenty of fluids and that, you know, you take shade breaks.
Absolutely, I think that's really important.
Okay, so sunburn also that goes along with this, and you know, I don't take my own advice sometimes. I got sunburn a couple weeks ago on my forehead. People kind of don't realize that, again, it was not a really sunny day. It was a little overcast, and I was outside without a hat on, got sunburn across my forehead and on my head. Wearing hats and that sunscreen. Sunscreen is very vital because you get sunburn or anything like that, you could also get a higher risk for skin cancer, correct?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, any of that sun exposure, especially over time, especially when you're a kid getting that exposure, because we know it takes years to develop, but that can actually cause some problems. Things that I see that people don't realize is, one is reapplication of sunscreen. So you put the one at the beginning of the day, and then you don't realize that you have to kind of keep applying every 80, 90 minutes, depending on the scenario. That's really important. Obviously, you know, we always talk about shade, keeping with hats and this kind of thing. The other thing with sunburn, I sometimes see first and second degree burns, especially reflection. So the sun comes, they hit the pool water, they hit the lake, it reflects off the baby, you know, you didn't, you know, cover with sunscreen. So these things are important to remember.
All right, so take precautions, cover up this, you know, summer, wear those big floppy hats, take breaks, you know, you don't have to be outside for a marathon, and stay hydrated. A big, big thing, because we see a lot of dehydration, so make sure you're hydrated and take breaks.
Absolutely.
All you have to do, and don't be afraid to go in and window shop. Head into the mall or go somewhere where you can get that air conditioning and take a break. Always a big thing. Dr. Miller, thanks so much for coming in.
Thanks, Gary. I appreciate it.
Thank you for watching us here on Wellness Wednesday. We'll see you next time here on WYLN.
Hi, I had a very minor fender bender tonight in an unreasonably narrow fast food drive-thru lane. Don't worry, I have everything handled. I already spoke to our Allstate agent, and I know that we have accident forgiveness, which is so smart on your guys' part. Like the fact that they'll
4 weeks without the car.
Okay, yep, good night.
With accident forgiveness, your rates won't go up just because of an accident. Switching to Allstate is worth it.
Visit your local Allstate agent, the McNeilis Agency in Hazleton at 1092 North Church Street, or in Hometown the Hometown Village Square.
Tri-County has been keeping your office up to speed since 1969. Everything your office needs: office supplies, personal and custom business forms, business cards, office furniture, new and used office equipment, copy, print, and scan solutions with wide format capabilities. Leasing is also available, free off-street parking, and free local delivery. Tri-County Business Machines, 117 East Broad Street in Hazleton, 570-459-0754. Family owned and operated since 1969.
Having an intimate gathering and don't want to wrestle in the kitchen? Call Whitetail and ask about their food-to-go catering menu. They'll do the cooking, you relax, and entertain your guests. Call Mike at 570-535-6123. WYLN will be at the oldest motorsports event in America, the Giants Despair. WYLN will again give you all the turn-by-turn coverage with Marty Burns. Live broadcast July 6th at 10:30 a.m. on WYLN TV 35.
If you are a fan of bourbon, this story may bring some tears to your eyes. A massive fire began at a Jim Beam facility in Woodford County, Kentucky last night, starting in one warehouse and spreading to another. Flames still visible hours after the fire ignited, and the county emergency management believes that the firefight may continue into this evening. Emergency management reported about 45,000 barrels of bourbon were in one of the warehouses. It's unclear exactly how the fire started, but officials believe it may have been a lightning strike that could be to blame. And if you are a Krispy Kreme lover, this story could also bring tears to your eyes, tears of joy. The donut shop chain now offering online ordering and delivery from 100 stores across 15 states, including some right here in Pennsylvania. Customers can order the donuts by the dozens, brew boxes, and bottled beverages, all for delivery. To see what store they're going to begin delivering, there is a list available for access on the Krispy Kreme website. And a quick reminder, it's happening at City View Park, Hazleton, having their big 4th of July celebration fireworks later this evening. That's the news. Remember, get your news updates on our WYLN News Facebook page. Stay with us. A look at today's weather is next here on WYLN TV.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They